Welcome to Enactus on Air, the show where we dive deep into stories of leadership, transformation, and impact. I am Daniela Vercheleta, a member of Enactus, a student association at ESSEC Business School, and I will be the host for this episode. Today, I'm very excited because we have a very special guest joining us. He's a student leader, a visionary, and the CEO of BRASA, the largest association of Brazilian students abroad, with a network spanning over 100 universities in North America, Europe, and Asia. BRASA has become a driving force in empowering the next generation of Brazilian leaders. Our guest today, Gabriel Lanzaro, is currently studying at the University of British Columbia while leading this incredible organization. Through his role, he has been instrumental in fostering connections, creating opportunities, and inspiring thousands of Brazilian students worldwide. And we'll be talking about this journey, the impact of BRASA, and what's next for this transformative organization. Gabriel, welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's an honor to be here.
Thank you for coming and participating for Enactus on Air. To start, I would like to talk about the bigger picture. And we know that BRASA is the largest organization of Brazilian students studying abroad. Could you give us like an overview of what BRASA is, how it operates, and what is your mission, what it stands for, just for the people that are listening and may not know?
No, perfect. Yeah, I can start with that. BRASA was founded about 10 years ago by some students in the northeast of the United States, and they were mainly interested in two main goals. First, connecting the Brazilian students that were all around the world, and second, providing more opportunities so that more Brazilians could achieve these studies abroad. And it started back then, and then we grew from time to time until today. We have a network that is in more than 100 universities. Then we have conferences in three different continents, and we offer this support for students who wish to study abroad. Today we have a global team with about 80 people, I would say. And this team is responsible for organizing our mentorship programs, our scholarship programs, our events, in-person activities, and all other departments that make the association grow. So we have a team responsible for also managing this network that we have. We also have a team that handles communications, corporate relations, and all of that. So yeah, BRASA has become an NGO with a bunch of volunteers all spread around the world.
Oh, that's incredible. As you mentioned, with over 20,000 members and across more than 100 universities, I can tell that Brazza has clearly grown into like a powerhouse for these students. What do you think has been the key to this growth and impact that Brazza has given these students?
I believe the key is the need to connect and the need for opportunities. Because in Brazil, we say that our mission is to empower the next generation of Brazilian leaders. But other than that, we have some values that clearly describe our organization. So first, we say that we want to generate opportunities, both in terms of students who are in Brazil and want to go abroad, but also for people who are abroad and think about summer positions or maybe full-time positions when they go back to Brazil. Second, we also say that we are passionate for transformation because we understand that the impact of an organization such as BRASA can deeply change the course of a person's life. And third, that we are committed to Brazil, that everything that we do is made from Brazilians for Brazilians, and we are very proud of that. So I believe that this idea that we want to provide more for other people, it's what makes the association grow, and more people are impacted, and they want to retribute to the association at the long term. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm very interested to know about your personal journey of this leadership. I know that you're currently studying at the University of British Columbia while you're leading this massive organization. Um, Tell us, how did you first get involved with Braza? How did you decide to join and in general start this journey?
Perfect. Yeah, my My personal background with BRASA goes beyond my term as the president
Mhm.
because I'm doing a PhD here, PhD in civil engineering, but I came to Canada about 5 or 6 years ago when I came for a master's degree. And I came here with the support from BRASA. Back when I was a student in Brazil, finishing my undergrad studies, I was looking for opportunities for studying abroad, and I saw this big association that was responsible for connecting people who were in Brazil and wanted to study abroad with people who had similar backgrounds and could support with the application. And back there, I was kind of, we call at BRASA a BRASA mentee. So this was my first contact with that association. And then after getting to Canada, I came here. And here at UBC, we have a branch, UBC branch of Brazilian students. And I was also a member. I joined it. And after a while, I joined this global network of people that are not only here in Vancouver, but we have members in Portugal, we have members in France, we have members in the US. Yeah, so members all over. And then my personal trajectory at BRASA, the association. At first, I was responsible for handling our network of graduate students. Then I went to the Resources Department. After I spent some time there, I became the COO of the association. And then after being the COO, I became the CEO. It's a journey that I would say about 3 years, where I was able to go through different departments and experience different parts of the organization.
That's really impressive and inspiring for students like us. Um, Leading a student-led organization of this scale must come with its challenges and, ups and downs. What have
Mhm.
been some of the biggest lessons you learned as a CEO?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there are many challenges. At first I can start with simple stuff, I would say, because as Brasa is in different countries with many different time zones, it's very difficult to talk to people at the same time. So at Brasa, for example, we have meetings on Sundays. Every Sunday, my schedule is full because this is the time where we can talk to each other. uh, it's more difficult. Like our board meetings, they're always on Sundays because we have directors all over the world, and then we can manage that. Yeah. But in terms of challenges, BRASA is a volunteer association. So everyone that is a member of our board he is here because of its passion and a mission to inspire other people and retribute to the country somehow. Yeah. But again, it's a volunteer association. So getting everyone engaged and making your vision go forward in an environment where, for example, it's morning here, but it's very late in France, and having all these connections and making events, yeah, I would say like it's very challenging. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, put things into action. Yeah, I think this is something that also comes to my mind when I think about challenges.
Yeah, and I can only imagine also being a student and having to, work-life balance, having to study, but at the same time be the
Yes.
CEO of such big organization. That's a lot of work. Um,
Mhm.
But from what everything you've told us, I can tell that Brase is just all about creating opportunities. Can you share some of the key initiatives that Brasa has launched to support Brazilian students abroad and how those opportunities impacted the students' lives? Maybe you have some real life examples or some success stories from the students.
Yes. For Brazilians that are studying abroad, I think you can start with our scholarship program. We have a scholarship program since 2019, and this program was created to kind of fill the gap between the moment where students they were admitted for universities abroad and when they actually got into them. So this scholarship program is for low-income Brazilian students, and that offers not only financial support, but also our network, our opportunities in terms of summer positions abroad, and also mentorship programs that help these students to follow the best possible course of action for their careers. So the scholarship program is something that we are really proud of. It's something that we had for 7 years. We are going for the seventh generation now. Yeah, and we always try to match our values with these inspiring young Brazilians who want to impact Brazil in some way. But in addition to that, we also have opportunities for students who are studying abroad. So we have our conferences where this network of students connect. So we have three major events. Uh, One that is in the US, connecting the network of both US and Canada. We have one event in France every year that connects this network of Brazilian students in Europe. And we have an event that is in Brazil, that is around July, where people are on vacation back home. And we try to connect at this specific event people who want to study abroad with people who are studying abroad and kind of merge these networks. And in addition to networking, our conferences, they also have career fairs that help students to get positions, both summer and full time. And we also try to attract famous speakers from Brazil who are able to inspire these Brazilians to do more powerful stuff. Let's say, oh, when they come back to Brazil, what they want to work with, and these speakers they can have give this vision to them. Yeah. But this for students who are abroad, for students who want to study abroad, we also have a mentorship program where it's free of charge. And we only, the goal is to connect these students who are in Brazil to other students who are abroad, and even offering financial support for the application fees, English tests, and all of that.
Yes. Could you tell us a few partner universities that BRASA is a partnering with?
Yes. And so we have, I can mention, for example, a few examples here in Canada. We are at the University of British Columbia, we are at University of Toronto, University of Calgary. In the US, for example, we are at UC Berkeley. We are at Columbia University in New York. We are at many universities in Florida, let's say University of South Florida, University of Florida. Yeah, so we are all over. And in Europe, we have a network that mainly consists of city hubs. So we are in Lisbon, we are in Porto, we are in Paris, we are in London, Milano, so a lot of different places.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Yeah. Um, that sounds like a real game changer for some Brazilian students, but looking ahead, what's next for BRASA? What are some of the goals you hope to achieve in the upcoming years as the CEO, as the president?
Mhm. At BRASA, we plan to maximize our impact. And why do I say that? Because Brazil is a huge country. We have about 200 million people there. And when we think about the profile of students who want to go abroad, and what where they come from, yeah, we mostly see some background that is concentrated in the southeast of Brazil, or the southern part of the country, because there are more opportunities, of course, like based on historical background. And at Brazil, we want to maximize this impact to achieve other locations where sometimes it's more difficult to do so. So, for example, when we see at the north part of the country, the northeast part of the country, Brazil can be there also to support the students and provide more opportunities to show that it's possible to achieve this dream. So, yeah, I think the goal is like let's explore regions that we haven't explored before, because we can also provide opportunities for these students that we're not providing now.
Thank you. That's beautiful. And for the last question, for more like a personal reflection and some advice, as a student leader, as someone who is working in more of the social entrepreneurship area. What advice would you give to any young student who's studying abroad, who would like to make an impact in the world?
Mhm. Um, I think that my advice is to start, yeah, because when I started working with BRASA, I had no idea what would happen, and I've been part of the association regularly for 3 years, and it has changed completely my career intentions, my path, because it's very rewarding to be part of an association that makes these contributions to the world in some way. So if you have an idea and if you want to do something, find a group of people that you really rely on and connect with them and start doing something small and then build it from one step at another because this can be something huge. Yeah. At BRASA, now I am the president in its 10th year. But back there in 2014, there were 6 students who thought, okay, we can do something and let's try. We hired a small group of people, let's expand. And today we are this huge association. So, yeah, like if you have a dream, yeah, just go forward with this dream. I think this is my best advice.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a very powerful message. And thank you, Gabriel, so much for joining us today. Thank you for finding the time to participate on Enactus and Air. It's been inspiring to hear about your leadership journey and Braza's mission. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
And to all our listeners, if you want to learn more about Braza, please visit their social media and their websites. And we're going to see you next month on Enactus on Air. Thank you.